Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over all the college football games coming up this upcoming week. And there's some pretty big ones, y'all. And I want to address why I haven't been posting. Honestly, just have had a lot of stuff. School started up again, and hopefully I'll start posting again. I'm going to try to. Every Wednesday and Sunday is my goal. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'll do Wednesday, then I'll do an early Sunday video for my predictions for NFL. But let's get into the video. So first, top game on the list, number 8 Texas at Houston, who's having a pretty interesting season in the Big 12 right now. It's obviously their first year in the Big 12, and I want to say they're good, but they're definitely not bad. Houston, they have a pretty big air raid offense, and they beat some good teams. If we pull up their schedule, let me see if it'll let me pull up their schedule. So they beat UTSA, who's a very good team. All right, lost to Rice, and Rice I think is a pretty good team this year. Lost to TCU, and TCU's been up and down. Beat Sam Houston, lost to Tech. Tech's a good team, and then beat West Virginia in a crazy game last year. Sorry, not last year, last week. Basically, West Virginia had a Hail Mary to win the game. They celebrated, gets called back. Houston gets the ball. Throw a Hail Mary. Houston wins. Craziest games I've ever seen. But addressing their team leaders, they have Donovan Smith, transferred from Texas Tech. He's having a pretty good game. He's having a pretty good year. And I'll say he's the biggest X factor for the game. You watch out for him, because he's the guy that's going to decide if there's going to be a shootout or Texas is going to blow him out. Like they should, right? Texas, one top teams. They're coming off a bye. They lost to Oklahoma. And close game. Oklahoma's a great team also. But it's going to be a good game. My prediction, Texas is going to win by 21 points. But watch out. I'm going to save this game for a little later. Penn State, Ohio State. I'm going to save this for a little later. Next game, Oklahoma versus University of Central Florida. This isn't anything too crazy. Oklahoma's going to beat them. Oklahoma's a really good team this year. Dylan Gabriel's having a Heisman season. Oklahoma came out beating Texas, and they had their bye. And I'm going to have Oklahoma winning this. Probably, I would say like 30. No, they're dropping 48 to 7. I think UCF, they haven't been good in the Big 12, but they'll put up some points. So 48 to 7, my prediction score for that. Same Air Force versus Navy, a battle of military forces. I'm gonna have Air Force win this. Air Force is having a pretty good year, but Navy has a pretty good running game as usual. But Air Force is gonna win this. They're undefeated right now, so they can technically still make the college football playoff if they wanted to. Like Cincinnati made it a few years ago. That would be cool if a military team would make it. Next, we have Washington State versus Oregon. And people might be sleeping on this game, but I have Oregon winning this. I'm going to have Oregon win this 35-28. And the reason why is because Washington State, they have Cam Ward. And Washington State is a good team this year. And they really just came off a loss that they lost to Arizona, which was really weird. But it's going to be a close game. Oregon's going to pull out, though. Next top game. I bet this will be one of the top games this year. Alabama versus Tennessee. Tennessee played Texas A&M last week. They won 20-13, I believe. Or it was 20-7. One of those two scores. And it was a pretty sloppy game on their part. But I don't think they're beating Bama. It's at Bryant-Denny, so Alabama has home game. Alabama came off a game versus Arkansas. Arkansas almost beat them. And Alabama just needs to figure out what type of offense it's gonna be. they're really relying on Jalen Miller right now, which I think that's okay. But he's not consistent enough, as you would see in the Texas game, the Arkansas game. He'll have really good he'll have really good games. Then he'll have games where he doesn't even look like he should be a starter at SEC school. He looks like he should be a starter at like group of five school. So I think he's gonna have a good game. But this could be an upset watch out. I think it's gonna be 35-14 Alabama wins. Next, South Kakalaki versus Missouri. Missouri's gonna win this probably like 28 to like 14. Now, this could be an upset too. South Carolina, I think a lot of people forget, South Carolina was very good last year. And I don't know what's up with them this year. Be fair, they've had a really hard schedule. But it's at Missouri. Missouri's gonna win this 28-14. North Texas versus Tulane. I love North Texas, but Tulane's gonna win that probably like 45-7 or something, like blowout. Next game, Minnesota versus Iowa. I think it depends how Iowa's defense does, honestly. Minnesota's quarterback isn't that good, and if Cooper DeJean, if he can get some interceptions, then Iowa should win this. Iowa's gonna win this. I don't think they should be ranked. They're gonna be probably in the Big Ten championship, get blown up by Ohio State, Penn State, or Michigan. But their offense sucks and their defense is really good. Story of Iowa, most years actually. North Carolina versus Virginia. North Carolina's gonna blow them out. Probably like 52 to like 3. Some crazy win. Drake May is really good this year, as always. They got Tez Bryant back. The NCAA basically suspended him. He got back and he had like 3 touchdowns. So watch out for him. But yeah, Carolina's gonna win this. Next game is Ole Miss versus Auburn. Look out for upset watch here. Now, you think Ole Miss, great team. It's at Jordan Hare. And most people would say, and I would say this too, weird things happen at Jordan Hare. Georgia almost lost to Auburn, and Georgia's a way better team than Ole Miss. And Auburn hasn't won a game in the SEC yet, but this could definitely be a win, and it'll take Ole Miss out of the college football playoff discussion. But so you basically need Ole Miss to win this. This is a really big game for them, and I think Ole Miss is going to win this, like probably 35-14. But watch out, this Auburn defense is looking kind of good in my opinion. They're holding some big teams to low points. Michigan State, who cares? Michigan's going to win this. Michigan State, their coach got fired, or he got put on leave, and Michigan's going to win this. J.J. McCarthy is real good. Blake Corum's good. I think this is Roman Wilson here. Michigan's going to win this, and I don't think it's going to be that close. So, guess we'll see though. Duke versus Florida State. I'm picking, so it's going to be at Florida State. I'm picking the Duke Blue Devils and Riley Leonard to beat Florida State 45-41. Because I think Florida State is frauds. That's the feeling I get. And honestly, so Duke lost to Notre Dame. Florida State played Notre Dame today. Notre Dame could win that. Keep in mind Ohio State, which is ranked one under Florida State. Or they might be ranked number 3. I don't remember. Ohio State is they almost lost to Notre Dame. Notre Dame just came out blowing out USC. And I'm not saying Notre Dame's a good team. I'm not saying USC is a good team. I think their defense is terrible. Caleb Williams is amazing, but he looks human. But I think Duke's going to pull off the upset in this game. And it's going to be a good game, too. Next, LSU versus Army. Nothing special. 52-0 LSU wins. It's also at Baton Rouge. So, yeah, LSU's going to win that. Utah versus USC. So this is going to be at USC in LA. I'm picking Utah. I guess they are the favorites. I'm picking Utah to win this like 35-10. Actually, sorry. I'm gonna pick Utah to win this 55 like 45. Utah, it's gonna be real high scoring. It's gonna be a close game. And honestly, the over under is only 54. I'm picking the over. Caleb Williams in this, and then Utah beating USC each year, and the way Caleb Williams playing this year, like it's gonna be a high scoring game. And I'm gonna guarantee y'all Utah is gonna win this. That could be way lower, but Utah hasn't lost to USC in like a year at least. So I think Utah's gonna win this. And USC, their defense is just terrible. It's worse than Colorado's. Next, we got Washington versus Arizona State. Washington's gonna win this. I have a soft spot for Arizona State. I like them, but Washington's just really good. They're gonna bomb them on the field, and Washington's gonna probably win like 50 something to like 10. I think Arizona State will put up some points, but not much. UCLA versus Stanford. So UCLA, I believe, came off a loss last week, or they won. Let's see. I don't really keep track of all the Pac-12 teams. So they came off of a loss last week versus Oregon State, which I believe is on a bye. And UCLA is going to win this. Stanford did just come off beating Colorado. They're still a terrible team, though. So UCLA is going to win this. Probably not going to be close, like 40-7. Nothing close. And for our final game, I'll be talking about today. Penn State versus Ohio State. So, this is a tough one. Both teams are undefeated. Ohio State's looking good. Penn State's looking good. But I got the Nittany Lions coming off with the upset, being little bro Ohio State. And it's not, I don't even know if it's going to be close. Now, they're saying it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like 48-35. Or, sorry, 48-35, 45-38, somewhere around there. So, not too wide of a margin, right? But Penn State, their running game is better. I also think Drew Aller is a better quarterback than Kyle McCord. And Ohio State, they just haven't played anybody yet. I think they're frauds. Now, you can say, oh, they beat Notre Dame. Well, Notre Dame, they only won by 3. This is Notre Dame team that is like kind of spotty. So, I'm going to have Penn State winning this. It'll be a great game. And I want to go over, because there's a lot of people who like this. I want to go over just a few games in here. If there's any I can pick out. If Colorado plays this week, do they play this week? It's probably a big one. Texas Tech BYU. I'll go over this. It's going to be a damn big game. Texas Tech is going to beat BYU. Most people are like, well, who cares? It's Texas Tech and BYU. BYU is looking really good this year. They just haven't been ranked yet. Texas Tech, they're a little spotty, but they have Taj Brooks, the running back, and I think he is really good. But I think I'll have Texas Tech win this. And then another one I want to look at is Clemson-Miami. Miami's going to win this. But with Clemson, when do we start talking about firing Dabo? Say, oh, he has 2 national championships with Clemson, all this. But that was a few years ago, and it's not like he's really adapting. Clemson, they should have all the big recruits. They should have all these people. Like, it's really, really nice school. And they're in the ACC, big spotlight in Clemson. But I'm going to have Miami winning this. Miami's going to bounce back after their loss last week. If y'all want to see the loss, they lost to North Carolina. After losing to Georgia Tech. And I thought, they got Tyler Van Dyke, who's really good. They got Henry Parrish. And I think they'll win. So I'm going to pick that. Miami's gonna win. But that's it for today's video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And God bless y'all.